Okay, so I'm not a movie critic, but I was watching Bridget Jones Mad About the Boy. And as a Bridget Jones fan, I feel like I've watched, like, because Bridget Jones is a classic, right? And I feel like I've watched it at some point when I was younger, but I rewatched it probably last year, if not very early this year. And I really, really enjoyed like the original Bridget Jones. So fast forward many years later, I was really excited to actually see the movie when it was in the cinema, but I didn't catch it in the cinema. I ended up watching it like last week. And like I was really actually like enjoying the show until like it just took a weird different turn. Put your hands up if you actually thought that she was a better match with the police guy. Was he a police guy? Actually, I don't remember. I think it was a police guy. The guy that helped her while she was like hanging on the tree or something. His name was Rockstar. I might be biased because I really liked this guy from, oh, I think his name is Leo Woodall. I think that's how you pronounce it. And I actually like him from One Day. Actually, like, I feel like I've seen this actor, I've seen this guy before, but like, didn't really care about it. Like, was never mad about the boy. Until I watched One Day and I was like, oh, hello, who's this? And I think he just really played that character very well and embodied that character very well, like the old lover boy thing. So a bit of a turn off, but I still liked him. And then seeing him again in Mad About the Boy, like I wasn't mad about it at all. And like obviously Bridget Jones, one of my favorite like characters on TV and like film in general. I like a quirky, like out of the ordinary woman. I like a woman that's just not like, I don't want to say this, but not like everyone else. Like she was awkward, like she's a weird woman, but I just really like people that are just themselves in that way. And I think I like Bridget Jones because I find a bit of myself in her where like I can be a bit like awkward and when I can have certain like quirks to me that most people are probably like laughing at me before they laugh with me. I don't know, like whatever. It can be like not my best quality, but also think one of my best qualities about myself. So I really like Bridget Jones. I was really rooting for her to be with this guy because he was like young and cute and hot and like actually a good person in the show. Like it wasn't being like a, you know, the first one that popped in my head, and I actually don't say this word, is a knobhead. Like that's this character in One Day was a knobhead. I actually don't say that word, but that's the word that pops in my head. But anyway, without being like a knobhead, like it was actually like a good, decent guy that was into her. And like I think people expect like when you see like an attractive like guy, like a stereotypically attractive, you know, it could be objectively and not subjectively, I don't know, but I think it's objectively handsome guy. Like it could like get probably most girls would want to get, but he's like attracted to this woman who has 2 kids and is like awkward and has a way like of doing things, and I just really loved that dynamic and I wish they explored it more. Like I did feel like they did give us a little bit like that scene in the pool where like he helps, what fell in the pool? I actually don't remember. Was it a dog? I think it was a dog that fell in the pool or something and he like swam. Like when he went in there to like pick up the dog and like it didn't stop there, he actually like went up to Bridget and everyone was like, who is that? And the fact that he went up to Bridget and like kissed her right there, like that is my kind of like, that is what I like to see. I love when a guy doesn't mind like showing up and like showing affection in public. Like I like a guy that isn't like shy to like, honestly, maybe if that happened to me in real life, I'm not gonna lie, a part of me would be a bit like, not embarrassed, but a bit shy of like, oh my God, some people are watching, because people were watching, okay? But for the sake of the show, I like envisioned being Bridget Jones. Honestly, I wasn't mad about it at all. Like I actually was like, I was screaming. Like that's probably top 3 favorite scenes in that entire movie. So I really like wanted more of that. Like they did give us a little bit, and like obviously when it like that scene where it went to her place, was that the first night I think, and like there was that awkwardness and it got really, really like fun. I'm trying to think of like certain scenes that I really liked, but am I the only one that feels like I wanted more of like Bridget Jones and Rockstar? Like I feel like I wanted more of that interaction before they actually made them like go apart. And obviously, like, if you're watching this review, like, you've watched the movie, I'm not like spoiling anything. But yeah, am I the only one I wanted more? I wouldn't mind if the movie had been like 20 minutes longer, just so I could get a bit of like that interaction, like that like romance between them. I feel like I would have preferred even let's say 15 minutes longer, just to explore that relationship dynamic a bit more. Like they didn't really explore even like, because the reason why obviously she said she didn't want to be with him, or not like she didn't want to be with him, but the reason why she broke up with him was because like obviously he kind of panicked first and then he came back like good. But obviously the reason why she separated from him was because like she felt like she didn't want him to live, like he had so much life to live basically, and she felt like she was being unfair and unjust to him to like take away his youth in a way, which yeah, I get it, and I look and blah blah blah. But he's a grown man. Like, was he not like, I don't know, 28 or something? Like, I feel like a 28-year-old should be able to like make that decision for himself. But okay, let's say in a real world, like it wouldn't have worked. I would still have loved to see more of like an exploration of the dynamic between like the 28-year-old man and maybe 40. I don't know how old Bridget Jones is meant to be. I'm guessing like 40 something. I don't think she was 50 yet. But I would have loved to see like that dynamic play out a bit more. Like, what would that actually have been like? You know, like we didn't even get to see him like interact with the kids, I don't think. Like, I feel like the kids would have loved him, especially like the little girl that kept saying, "Are you gonna be my new daddy?" Like, I just thought that was like such a funny like add-on. And I just wish like they explored more of that like dynamic. I feel like it was missing that, because the way they just quickly jumped to trying to like put her with that like PE guy, was it PE teacher or PT teacher working at school? I don't know what he actually did. Like, maybe it's one of those schools where like it's just a teacher and he does everything, because he was in like the parents teacher meeting and he's one making sure that people like got into the school on time and stuff like that. But like, sure, yeah, you know, for the long term, like it would be maybe it would be like a good option. I don't know, like reliable, safe, like mature, whatever option for Bridget Jones at end. Which fair, but like I just like the way they just shifted to him in a way, like sure they were like introducing him at some point, like, you know, they did like show us a few like glares where it's like looking at her in a way that would like kind of suggest that you would want more from her, but I just don't think they had like that strong chemistry for it to have just turned into that quickly, in my opinion. Like, yeah, there was that, you know, scene. I did quite like the scene where they went to, I don't know, they went camping or something, like one of those excursions or whatever, and she's like, you know, they're both sat at the fireplace and they're kind of having like real conversations, and then he also speaks to her son. Like, that's like a mature like father figure, and I get that. But I just wish like there was more fun exploration on before they actually brought on the real thing. Like, you know, like, you know, let's be honest, like the real things, like, and I say real thing because like that's the final like, you know, mature ending, but it's not as like fun as if they had explored more that relationship between Rockstar and Bridget Jones. I feel like they could have done, even if it was like 5-10 more minutes of that, would have made me feel a bit better about like the show, because I just feel like it was just a switch to that other guy when I didn't really feel the chemistry at first. But in that last scene, I'm gonna end here, in that last scene with the Christmas scene, I think, where they all have like the family together and he's like playing the piano, I think. This is still kind of fresh in my head, but that last scene where they're all like together as a family and like she, you know, invites like, you know, friends and stuff like that. I could see that, like that was a good like scene that didn't feel like forced or anything. But a lot of it before then was just like, yeah, this is nice, but it's a little like, you know, man, you know, but you know, in reality, like the real thing like is usually quite like mellow. There isn't that crazy like boom, 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 like fireworks, and maybe there should be a bit of that, and I think I wanted a bit of that. I think that's what was missing, like for me with that other guy. There's the fireworks. It just felt like sweet and stuff, but maybe she does like sweet, but I just wanted her to have a bit more fireworks before the sweetness afterwards. So that's just how I feel. But yeah, this is my view on Mad About the Boy, Bridget Jones. And yeah, let me know what you think. This is my first like movie review. I might do a lot more of this next time. But thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!